Hey everyone, today we have a dimensional arena. Unfortunately, I did not get to record the past two drafts, but currently I'm standing in a pretty good spot. So I'm first with 100 points. So I did get like the first, the second, and then like almost last position, but I did still qualify in the last session. So it was not pretty good, but it was fine because I'm still holding on to the first. So I just need to keep grinding this one and I will probably end up being first in the entire season. The rewards are not that great, but it's still pretty amazing. So let's go over, and first what we want to do is we want to select our own heroes and our own relics. The hero is obviously going to be the Lucifer. This is what you want to do every single dimensional arena. And why we're doing this is to remove the Lucifer from the draft, therefore having one more option of a better hero, and the same goes for the relics. And in the relics you want to select your own tree if it's 7 stars. If it's not, you can go for the like telescope at 6, 8 or 9 stars. Even the chest is fine, banner is also fine. If you don't have anything else, you can select cauldron to counter enemy 3-star 3 effect. If not, you can get 7-star planar gate. Scepter is also fine. There's plenty of relics that are more than fine, but the tree is just simply the best one. So we are going to go ahead and select this and save the lineup. So we have officially told the game, hey, don't offer us Lucifer nor the tree, because we already have it in the selection. So to start off, the first round offers us Hera, which is pretty fine, Elohim, which can be paired together with, and then we have Marina and Elune, which we really don't want. Group 2 is even worse, or actually it's slightly more justifiable. We can use Nyx and the Diana, and Janna is usable hero. Selene would be just a filler for the synergy if we ever got to use him. And lastly, we have the best selection, which is going to be Cleopatra, Elisha, and Sarijana Yushta, with potential usability of Vittoria. Unfortunately, Cleopatra is a bad hero because we already have Lucifer, so if we get Victoria and Hela, she will be just a -1 hero because she will be on the bench. But nevertheless, we're still picking the group 3 because of Elisha and the Sarijana Yushta and potentially usable Cleopatra. And now, of course, with the pull in Chronos, Cleopatra even more loses her value because Chronos will also be in one of the 3 teams. This is the issue with multiple fates now. You will just simply have multiple heroes in the bench if you decide to go for them. The group 2 seems one of the better groups. We have Emily, Mulan, and Tuki, so this is pretty strong Mystifer setup. We also have Talos, but group 1 does have Chronos, which we could use. In the group 3 is actually even better. We have Audrey and Leviathan and Yingzheng, which is definitely going to be the group we pick. I personally don't like Chronos in the dimensional arena, so I'm not going to pick her. In the relics we have, let's see, we have the Hanya Mask. Okay, this is one of the best relic selections I have ever seen so far. So we definitely want the group 3, although group 2 is also pretty solid because of the scepter and the tier, and the group 1 only has the cauldron, so definitely group 3 is the winner in here. Group 1 in the round 4 is pretty bad. None of these heroes are really arguably top tier. You can use Alice, she's pretty solid, and Gin is also alright, but you don't really want either of them. Group 2 has Susano, Twins, and the Baisuk but only Susano truly is valuable here. And the group 3 is again Chronos with some Mist first. Maybe we have to pick Chronos, but then we're left with 3 Fate heroes already, which could not be good if you get offered to Victoria or Hela even. So it's quite tricky. I either pick Susano with Twins or either pick Kronos with Dullahan and Lancelot, which is actually slightly better for me because I do want Lancelot and Dullahan for potential Mist first team with the Lucifer or the tree. But Susano is also a strong unit, so I'm just going to go ahead and pick group 3 and hope I don't get another Fate offered. Let's see. Okay, we're safe, so we didn't make a mistake. We have 3 Fate heroes now for our team. We can pick Tiamat and Venus. This team would be slightly correct. And we can pick group 1 for the Wuzitian and Lamia, which I don't really want. The group 3 is pretty bad. We only have Ophelia, which isn't really significant in the dimensional arena. So let's go over and pick group 2, and we're going to pick our last relics, which Actually, this one has pretty good relics, and this one also has pretty good relics, but I personally like Gleipnir and Banner more, so I'm going to pick that one over the third one. So let's go ahead and build our teams. Now we have pretty decent heroes. We should be set for 3 stronger teams, not really strong, but at least 2 will be strong because of Lucifer and the tree. I will be splitting them though, so I personally dislike running both Lucifer and the tree in the same in the dimensional arena, because I feel like these two are just simply too big of a win condition to be run together. So we're going to go ahead and build now teams. So first of all, we're going to go ahead and build Mystifers with the tree. Mystifers with the tree are just simply too strong. So we have few of them, and we can actually use Fate Hero like Chronos in here, and we should be set for this team. It's unfortunately only 5 Mystifers. I do personally like having more, but for now we will keep it that way, and we have to experiment with the others now. So Lucifer already on her own is pretty strong, so we don't have to necessarily play a very strong team in this. We could just simply try to create a team that is strong even without Lucifer. So for example, something like this, we could bench the Yingzheng and play Audrey for sure. So something like this should be strong even without Lucifer, and that leaves us with a scaler on Lucifer with Odin, and perhaps Regina, Yushta and Dahlia to swap with Lucifer. We have the 5 Dooms in here. Arguably, it could be even more if we had Leviathan in it. But yeah, actually, I will go ahead and do that. So I will actually play Leviathan in this to have even more Dooms for sure. And then in this team, I'm going to go ahead and play Yingzheng for the scaling. Unfortunately, I don't have 2 Deviants, which is pretty crucial in my opinion for the dimensional arena, but shouldn't really be much of an issue. This team should be really strong. It has scaling from Elisha, scaling from Yingzheng, Cleopatra to pledges, we have Audrey to steal enemy holy shields, and Venus as well. Although these two don't really work together greatly, but they will still do the job, especially because of how strong Venus is. So this team has Kronos and Mystifers as well as the tree. We'll place Tiamat in here, we'll have Talos as our main tank and Lancelot in there. And in here the positioning should be pretty much fine. Odin doesn't make much sense to be there because there's nothing really to snowball from. So maybe I will remove Odin from there and play Odin in here instead of Yingzheng, and put Yingzheng back in here to have the 3 Phantoms instead. So this is 6 Dooms, 3 Phantoms with Lucifer and Leviathans, regeneration for extra actions, especially good with Yingzheng. So we're going to go ahead and pair them with some nice relics. Let's see first what is the priority. The priority is going to be the Mystifer relics with this one. And we're going to use the Gleipnir with the telescope and the tree. The tree will be last because I wanted to purify the debuffs because this team can't deal with them. The Kronos should benefit from the Monarchs because she wants to live as long as possible. So overall this team should be pretty strong on its own. Let's go ahead and see what we have left over. We should be aiming to get the 3 Dooms relics, but if it's not possible, then we won't have to worry about it anyway. The Dooms are strong on their own, but the Doom relic synergy is really scary when it comes to scaling, especially with Lucifer. And then lastly, we're going to use the banner. We should be using the Hanya Mask. Unfortunately, it's actually up to 2 heroes. So it's actually pretty good. The Hanya Mask is pretty good at 5 stars. Now the question is, do I want to use Hanya Mask? Do I want to use Loki's Crown? And I'm definitely going to be using this. The Kusanagi, in my opinion, is not that good. So the question is whether I use Loki's Crown or the Hanya Mask. Loki's Crown is CC, which I actually don't have in this team. And the Hanya Mask is Sustain, which I have, but I don't have the Sustain in the way that Hanya Mask provides. So we're going to go and try and swap between these 2 effects. Let's see if we can actually use the Hanya Mask. I will actually decide to not go for this. This relic is pretty bad, but Hanya Mask can actually be pretty strong, especially with the Dooms, considering they will be alive at 1 HP and reflecting back, and with the relic synergy at just 2, we have the 50% chance to still reflect back damage. These are the teams I'm going to be running. Maybe I will make some slight adjustments later, but the team 2 is strong because the 3 is strong, and Mystifers with their interaction should be able to delete enemies from existence. We have Tiamat to descale them. We have Lancelot to steal hero. We have Banish in the form of Kronos. we have the sustain and damage from Talos and Dullahan. First team is just basically reflecting back enemies with some phantom sustain. We also have the 6 Doom synergy for the extra HP. And the last team is basically just Venus carry with Elisha Scaler and Odin as enabler and Cleopatra for some sustain with Holy Shields, as well as Audrey for the scaling. Overall, pretty good 3 teams in my opinion. I feel like they're all strong. And yeah, if there's an update, I will post a short probably on it. But yeah, thank you for watching and see you guys in the next one.